The lake water isn't enough to wash away the sin. I'm standing here, submerged to my waist, but the heat doesn't fade. It's not coming from the harsh sun overhead. It's coming from the eyes of my son, Alex, watching me from the shore. In his eyes, I'm not his mother. I'm a woman. And that gaze, it both scorches and makes me tremble. The heat clings to my skin. Sweat trickles down my spine, mixing uselessly with the cool water. I know I should turn away. I know I should go back inside the house, but I don't, because deep down, in the darkest, loneliest part of my soul, I've craved this gaze. I've been waiting for it, even if I never dared to admit it. My name is Elena. I'm 42 years old. My husband, Marcus, is 45. We've been married for 18 years. This lakeside house is his achievement, a symbol of the success he's always chased. But to me, it's just a comfortable prison. Marcus doesn't love me anymore. Maybe he still cares. In a way, the way someone cares for a familiar piece of furniture. He provides for me, makes sure I have everything, except for the one thing I need most, his presence. He's right here. But his mind is somewhere else, in meetings, in emails, in numbers. Our dinners are silent. He scrolls on his phone while I pretend my food is delicious. When we go to bed, he turns his back to me, and his steady breathing is the sound of distance. I've tried. God, I have tried. New dresses, new hairstyles, romantic, candlelit dinners that I lit all by myself. It's useless. He doesn't see, or he doesn't want to. A woman withers when she is not seen. I have been withering for years, and in that drought, Alex was the only drop of rain. Alex, my son, 17. He's in that beautiful, fleeting age of becoming a man, tall, built from his time at the gym, with his father's eyes but a warmth his father lost long ago. He is the only one in this house who truly sees me. He notices when I get my hair cut. He asks if I'm tired when he finds me staring out the window. He's the only one who listens when I speak. At first, I told myself it was just a mother's love. I clung to it like a drowning woman to a piece of driftwood. But then, things started to change. The heat wave arrived at the beginning of July. It was relentless. The air was thick and suffocating. The house felt like an oven, and the silence between Marcus and me made it even harder to breathe. It was in that oven that the boundaries began to melt. One afternoon, I was in the kitchen, sweat dripping down the back of my neck. I was wearing a thin camisole to stay cool. Alex walked in, shirtless from a workout, his own body glistening with sweat. He stood behind me to get a bottle of water from the fridge, and as he passed, I felt his hand brush against my bare back, just a light brush. Accidental? Maybe, but my skin didn't think so. Where he touched me, a current ran down my spine. I froze, the knife in my hand stopping midair. He didn't say anything. He just walked out. But I felt his eyes linger on my back for a few seconds. These accidents started happening more often. A brush of hands when passing the remote, standing a little too close when I was hanging the laundry. Each time, my heart would race. I was terrified, and at the same time, I felt a sweet, guilty thrill. Do you know that feeling when you know something is wrong, but your body reacts in a completely different way? The deciding moment happened on a Sunday afternoon. Marcus, of course, had to take care of some work. Alex and I were home, trying to escape the blistering heat. I decided to go out to our private dock for some air. I wore a swimsuit with a light, unbuttoned shirt over it. I sat on the edge of the dock, dipping my feet into the cool water. Alex followed me. He said nothing, just sat down beside me. The silence between us was no longer awkward. It was thick with anticipation. "The sun is so strong," I said casually, just to break the silence. "My back is burning up. Let me help." Alex's voice was low. I hesitated for a second. Every rational thought in my head screamed no, but my mouth said, "Okay." I slipped off the shirt and lay face down on the towel. I heard him open the bottle of sunscreen, and then I felt the cool lotion on my back, and then his hands. At first, his hands were tentative. His fingers were long and strong, yet they moved with caution over my shoulders and back. The warmth of his palms against the cool lotion created a strange sensation. I closed my eyes, trying to convince myself that this was normal. A mother asking her son for help with sunscreen, perfectly normal. But then, his hands began to slow down. Each movement became more deliberate. He wasn't just spreading lotion anymore. He was exploring. He was caressing. His fingers traced the curve of my spine, making me shiver. He paused right above my waist. At the top of my bikini bottoms, his hand hovered there, not moving forward, not retreating. A torturous pause. The air stood still. There was only the sound of the cicadas and the pounding of my heart in my ears. I knew this was the moment of decision. I could sit up, thank him, and end it all. But I didn't. Years of accumulated loneliness, the craving to be touched, to be felt. It won over reason. I shifted my body slightly, a tiny movement, but it was full of meaning. And Alex understood. His hand slid lower, over the string of my bikini, onto the skin that no one but my husband was ever supposed to touch. My breath caught in my throat. A soft moan escaped my lips, one I couldn't hold back. I heard him take a sharp breath in. "Mom." His voice was hoarse. I didn't answer. I didn't dare. He continued his exploration, slowly, as if memorizing every line of my body. It was wrong. It was insane. But I had never felt so alive. Guilt and desire mixed together, creating an addictive emotion. After what felt like an eternity, he stopped. I heard him stand up. "It's over," I thought, but I was wrong. "It's too hot," he said. "I'm going for a swim." And then I heard the splash. I opened my eyes and sat up. Alex was in the water, his wet hair stuck to his forehead, looking at me. "Come on in, Mom," he said. "Oh, it feels good." It wasn't an invitation. It was a challenge. His eyes said everything, and I accepted the challenge. I stood up, slowly walked down the wooden steps, and let the cool lake water envelop my burning body. I swam out to him. We faced each other, the water up to our chests. The space between us was only a few inches. I could see every drop of water on his eyelashes. "He doesn't see how beautiful you are," Alex said suddenly, his voice brutally honest. "But I do." That sentence, it was the ultimate manipulative justification. It turned the sin we were about to commit into an act of validation, an act of salvation. He reached out and gently brushed a wet strand of hair from my cheek, skin on skin, under the water. All of my defenses crumbled, and then he pulled me in, and he kissed me, in the middle of the silent lake, under the harsh summer sun. I kissed my son back. That kiss tasted of lake water, of sunscreen, and of sweet, sweet sin. It erased everything. It erased Marcus. It erased 18 years of marriage. There was only me, him, and a primal desire that could no longer be denied. We didn't speak on the walk back to the house. Our wet clothes clung to our bodies. The silence now wasn't one of anticipation. It was one of confirmation. That night, I lay next to Marcus as usual, but this time, I no longer felt lonely. I felt guilty. But the guilt was wrapped in a strange warmth. a secret that only Alex and I shared. The next day, everything was the same, yet completely different. The way Alex looked at me over breakfast, the way he accidentally brushed his hand against mine when he passed the salt. Every small gesture was a reminder of what happened. The summer continued, hot and suffocating, and so did our affair. It became an addiction. Stolen touches in the kitchen, hasty kisses when Marcus wasn't home. Each time left me both terrified and euphoric. I know I'm playing with fire. I know that this secret, when it comes out, will burn everything to the ground. It will destroy my family, destroy Alex, and destroy me. But I can't stop, because for the first time in years, I feel seen. I feel alive, not just existing. The question that haunts me every night isn't, how do I stop this? It's a much more terrifying question, do I even want to? This is my abyss. I am pushing myself into it day by day. Is there any salvation for a mother like me? Or is this just human nature when pushed to the absolute edge? This story is not over yet.